how the hell everybody actually could probably tell, I'm doing another reaction video. It's by Shane Dawson. Link to the original videos in the description box down below, as we all know. And well, let's get to the fucking reaction part of the video now. And just to point out, if you don't see me in the camera overlay, I'm having a little bit of trouble with trying to enable that on Bandicam. Just to point out. So just be grateful you can't see my ugly mug so much.
Oh, hey guys. Yes, if you can tell from the scary music playing and this weird fucked up chair I'm sitting in, today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. So I want to start a series on my channel where I talk about some of my favorite urban legends. So an urban legend is something that a lot of people know about, people talk about, but there's no actual proof that it's real. Kind of like a story that we've all heard a million times from a million different people, but nobody ever really knows if it's real or not. Well, today we're going to be talking about one of my favorites, which is the urban legend of the black-eyed children.
Which are
Over the
creepy.
last 20 years, there's been a lot of people saying that they've encountered the black-eyed children. And every time somebody tells one of their encounters, it always sounds the same. A child comes up to them and asks for help. Sometimes they'll come to your door. Sometimes if you're in a car, they'll come to your window. And the second they come up to you, you start to feel scared. You start to have a panic attack. You start to feel like you can't really move, like they have a hold of you. They're usually dressed in dark clothes, sometimes a hooded sweatshirt, and sometimes they come with a black-eyed friend. First, they request something, whether that's for them to come in, whether that's for a ride, whether that's for you to help them call somebody. And if you say no to them, they'll come back a little stronger. They'll say, "You have to let me in," or they'll say, "You have to help me," or they'll say, "Please, I need to call this person. You're the only person that can help me." And a lot of people that deal with them say that they subconsciously start to help without even wanting to. Like they'll slowly move their arm toward the window to unroll it, or they'll slowly open the door for the kid to come in. It's almost like the kid is making you do it with their mind. And at the last second,
Yeah, almost like
finally
telepathic control.
they lift up their hood and they show their black eyes. Now once you
Oh, backhand one of them in the face is, and tell them to go back to hell. Or better yet, I'll say, in the name of Archangel Michael, I banish you bitches to hell. Or some shit like that.
see those black eyes, you're fucked. You're probably going to let them into your place, and they're probably going to do whatever they do with you. Nobody really knows, because most of these encounters have happened where people have caught themselves and then slammed the door or drove the car away. Now, over the last 10 years, there have been hundreds of encounters, and a lot of people have told their story online. They told their story to the cops, to friends, to anybody who will listen. I read one of these stories, and it scared the shit out of me, so I'm about to read it to you guys right now. It was March 17th, 2008, and I was 12 years old. I was sitting outside of a hairdresser salon in my mom's old pickup truck, waiting for her to get her haircut. After 15 minutes passed, I saw some kid walking back and forth along the sidewalk in front of my car. Then he noticed me. He turned his head toward mine and started slowly walking toward my car. He got up to the window and just stared at me. I looked into his eyes and his pupils were black. He whispered, "You must let me in." I locked the car doors and ducked down into the space below the seat. 5 minutes later, he was gone. When my mom came back to the car, she told me that a boy with black eyes had come into the hairdresser salon and asked for my mother to give him the keys to her car. She refused. Thank God she did. Can you imagine a little boy coming up to your window trying to get into your car and then finding out later that he asked your mom for the keys? That's the scariest thing I've ever heard. That's almost as scary as those kids who stand outside of the store with those chocolate bars and they're like, "Please buy this chocolate. It'll help me go to college." Black-eyed children, I don't trust them. In England, most of the encounters with the black-eyed children happen in the Canuck Chase Forest. A guy was flying his drone camera over the forest one day, just trying to get like some aerial shots.
Did you just
And
ask
he
a
saw
14-year-old
something that looked
kid?
odd. Check it out for
And
yourself. So then, after he noticed, he decided to get a closer look. I'm not saying it's real, I'm just saying it scared the shit out of me. This next video was taken off of a TV. Now, it was from the news. There was a really bad motorcycle accident. A family of 3 died. And the lady was talking on the news, and then somebody saw in the background, in the cornfield, there was a black-eyed child. Now, where this was, this area that this was happening, there had been a lot of reports of black-eyed children. So somebody saw this on the news, and they videotaped it and zoomed in. Check it out. I don't know about you, but that gave me the chills. I don't know. Every time I think
That's
about it, like
creepy
imagine
AF.
watching the news and then in the background being like, wait a minute, isn't that a black-eyed kid? Whew. Now, the
I
last
would
thing
admit
I'm
that
going
was
to talk about
creepy
with this
AF.
theory is my own personal story. So I have never really talked about this because I thought people would think I was crazy. I didn't know what the black-eyed children theory was until like a year ago. So this is back when I was living in Long Beach and I was probably in high school, and it was like really late at night, probably like 11:30 p.m. My mom was gone. I was the only person home, and there was a knock on my door. So I opened my door, and it was a girl, probably like 12 years old, really young, and she was wearing sunglasses. She asked me if I wanted to buy a magazine subscription, which I had had that happen to me before. Like people wanted me to buy magazines or whatever. It's like a door-to-door thing. But she didn't have anything with her. And when I asked her, I was like, "Oh, where's like your book of magazines?" She said, "I don't have one. Do you want to help me?" And I was like, "What?" So I told her no, and then she said, "Can I come inside?" And I was like, "No, I don't understand. What do you want to come inside for? You don't have the magazines. It's 11:30. I don't know what you want." And then really serious, she just said to me, "Please, I want to come inside." I was so freaked out that I like couldn't breathe. I felt like I shut down. I was just staring at her, didn't know what to do. I started panicking. She started slowly moving closer to me. I was like almost slowly opening the door for some fucking reason. And then when I caught myself, I was like, ha, ha, my mom's coming home, no. And then I slammed the door. Now after that happened, I didn't really think much of it. I told my mom about it and I was like, some little girl was here. It was really weird. I feel like maybe her mom was like forcing her to do this to get money. Like it was Long Beach, so a lot of stuff like that was happening. It wasn't until years later when I thought about it and I heard about this, urban legend, I was like, wait a minute, was she wearing sunglasses to cover her black eyes? And what if the next step, if I said no again, what if she was like, oh really? I would have been done. So, who knows? But that was my little experience with black-eyed children, maybe. Let me know down in the comments if you've ever had any experiences. Tell me some stories. Have you ever heard any stories? Has anybody in your family ever had an experience? Let me know. All I know is I believe in a lot of crazy shit, and there's something about this that just feels real to me. And I know that sounds crazy, but I don't know. It just feels real. Alright, you guys, I'm gonna go. Hopefully you enjoyed the first episode of me talking about urban legends. Let me know down in the comments what other urban legends you want to hear about. Also, give this video a thumbs up and subscribe, because I make new videos every single day. And I'll
What
see
about
you
the urban
guys
legend of
tomorrow.
Shane Dawson being a
Black-eyed
pedophile?
children. They're coming.
Yeah, I bet there's one urban legend a lot of people wanna hear about, which is the urban legend of whether or not Shane Dawson is a pedophile. Yeah. Well, but anyway, like I said, the link to the original video is in the description box down below. As you can tell, I got a bit of a problem with the account overlay function, which is a pain in the backside. Hopefully I'll be able to get sorted at some point, but I'm gonna be recording a couple more reaction videos to go up. Give reaction video a thumbs up, comment below, subscribe and whatnot, and until next time, goodbye for now.